Port Dun Laoghaire. It's now 11:15 and we're settling in for the night, and we're not getting up till late morning now. We've had enough. We're all knackered. But, it's been an enjoyable day, really.
Yeah.
On the whole, yeah, I think so.
You know when you bang your head against a brick wall, and when you stop, it's really enjoyable. That's the one. I'm feeling much better if all the other crew were sick. that means, you know, I'm not the exception then. That's good.
Here we are, Dun Laoghaire Marina. There's Carl, our new member.
Somebody's birthday, we would like to try and make some comments in the old lady. I mean, we're a bit drunk.
There's Paul. I've got to keep on deleting your.
Oh, just dub over it. Has Tony and Pete gone?
I don't know. They're there.
What are you using to? No, I can't see you. You're out.
How's that for a marina?
Oh, okay, alright.
Look at that for a marina. Wow.
Yeah.
All three boats neatly rafted up together. Lovely pontoon. Photographs again, cases of Paul Anderson and Tony Ensco. Most of the film, as I say, is combined with their photographs and film of the trip. Thanks very much for offering the photographs. Some nice photographs in this. The marina is absolutely huge. It was nearly a quarter of a mile to walk right down to the office and then up the steps. And if you want to go into the town, it's even further. But a beautiful place. Well worth the trip, I'll tell you. Must stop there if you're going to Ireland. Here we are, having breakfast now, people. Everyone here.
Irish breakfast.
Irish breakfast. It is quarter.
Hold on, get the
It
branding
is
in.
quarter to 11, mind you. Quarter to 12, sorry. Quarter to 12.
Yeah, language. That's like half a million.
Now we're just
4 million.
adding to our refreshments intake.
That's like fucking,
Cheers.
like, you know,
And
entertaining that.
we'll be here for a
This one here will make it
short while
like,
before we go and get some lunch.
short.
No, dinner.
That's like
Sorry.
2.
From breakfast to liquid refreshments. And it starts. Had to include some pictures around Dublin. It was quite good, and we had a fun walk around the town before we finished up having dinner in a very, very expensive restaurant. But we were celebrating a certain thing which I'm sure will be communicated to the rest of the sailors at the sailing club later on. But I'm keeping stum about it. Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Where's your selfie stick, Pete? In the boat, unfortunately. Good silence. Yeah, that's
I just fall over if I do some stuff like that. Oh, should I go double? Oh, double. No.
Look at this, people. Dun Laoghaire, quarter to 11. Still haven't had me tablets. This lot, retrobates. Yeah.
Oh.
And look at this. This is the lightship.
Right, if you're standing just there.
No.
You get run over.
Watch the car.
Get away from the middle of the road.
No, let's stop.
We have not been drinking, by the way.
A reverse.
We have not.
Seriously, if you come out, we'll get the sign.
Yeah, go on.
Go on, now, come over this way. Come on.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like a mad buzzing.
Right, see what's right there.
Go on, people. All line up.
Stand
Go on.
here.
Hey, no.
What's
Go
this
in,
guy
go
behind
in.
you?
Hey, get in.
Watch out, lads.
Get in. This is no good zone area.
Right, go on.
Get in.
Where am I
Get
going?
in there.
You can't see Dun Laoghaire now.
I can't see you. Right. I think I can't see anymore, I've lost it.
Is it on?
Yeah.
You got everyone, you got everyone.
I will have.
You jump in the end. Jump in the end there, go on.
Good edit there, boy.
Camera trickery. Camera trickery.
That's a wonderful video, edit that.
Just to make sure. There you go. End of the day. And we're off at 8:30 in the morning, and it's now
8:30.
8:30 in Dun Laoghaire.
8:30. What time is
It's
it?
8:30 in Dun Laoghaire.
It's 1 o'clock.
It's now 1 o'clock.
Yeah. See you in the morning. A few of us stopped and had a drink on Paul's boat. It was the only one that we were allowed on to have a drink. Very well done, Leary. Thank you very much for a very your very good hospitality. Excellent. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Lovely marina. And lovely facilities, really. Pity we didn't have longer to explore the whole of Dun Laoghaire, but we're certainly happy with everything you've done. Thank you. Sea Lark, Inca and Bonaventure saying goodbye. 8:10, we slipped lines in Dun Laoghaire and we're heading off to Triada Bay. Just gone 11:20, is that? 11:12. And we've got about 45 miles to go. And it's wind's not favourable, unfortunately. We've got it dead on the nose. We've got we're under par, which is a bit of a pain really, but better be on the power and get there than not. We've tried to go put the sails up and get us moving just by slightly going north, but unfortunately we've got to go directly north. Tony's now going to have a go, see whether he can do it without going directly north, see if he can pinch the wind better. Bonaventure behind us, I don't know how they're doing. How are they doing? Oh yeah. Yeah. How are we doing? How's the Bonaventure doing?
They're doing it. You've still got a jib up.
Right.
It's not flapping.
So we're trying various things at the moment. Unfortunately, as I say, the wind is directly on our nose. What time is it now? 12 o'clock? 10 past 12. Still got the wind on our nose, even though it's supposed to be shifting round. And the tide's supposed to be turning north. But at the moment we're still tracking across. Well, that was fun. Denny reported that we had a strong smell of diesel down below. I could smell, but I thought it was TCP. Shows you how bad my smell is. And when we went down to have a look, opened up the engine bay, and the engine bay was dry. It was totally dry. So I looked back at the tank, and the overflow pipe had come off. And we were just pouring. We lost about 5, maybe 6 litres of diesel all over the place. So we just had to clear that out because it's very hot in there. Obviously the last thing we want is a fire, which is a bit unfortunate because we couldn't take it anywhere apart from out the bilge pump. We tried to soak, but I mean I think most of it that went out was the water that we'd lost as well. We lost about 10 litres of water because the pump on that was going bad as well. So anyway, we're getting there. So hopefully all sorted now and we're back to normal. arriving in Anglesey now. There's South Stack. We're heading into Triada Bay. About an hour to go, I think. Tony's trip north enabled him to meet with the dolphins. He was the only one on the whole trip
Oh yes,
who managed to see dolphins. How good is that?
Oh!
We arrived at 9 o'clock. Is it 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop the anchor at 9.
Dropped the anchor at 9. We're on anchor now. Got the anchor alarm on. And then we're just settling down for dinner now. Everyone else is, they're going, pump the dinghy up, and they're going onto the beach to have a barbecue. It's a bit late for us. We're old men. We don't do that. We've had a hard day, as I say, with the diesel leak. I've just finished cleaning all the diesel out. Got all the diesel out of the bilges. A lot of diesel. We'll need to fill the tank up with diesel again. It's only half full. I mean, there's enough in it, but we're going to need it for tomorrow and possibly Thursday as well. We'll see how it goes. But yes, all in all, beautiful. Dun Laoghaire was fantastic. Really liked it there. But, you know, we've done that now, been there. Now it's the long trip home. 8:34, and it's 31st of May now, our last day in May. The wind is blowing 20-24. We're only showing 16, which is a great indication. Look at that, 13 now. I think what's happening is it's bottoming out. Anything over 14 it can't cope with, and it doesn't register. But the other boats are telling me it's gusting 20-24, which it looks like. Very nice morning. Quite a nice day, really. And now the job is to get to the Swellies today. High tide tonight, unfortunately, is 7:30, so we're going to go down to Pilot's Cove, our favourite place. Just chill out there until we're ready to go through the bar, get through the bar, straight up to the Swellies, and then through the Swellies, and then the plan is to stop at the Gazelle pub tonight. We won't get there till about 10 o'clock, it'll be closed, but we'll just anchor off there and then make our way home tomorrow. Forecast for tomorrow is strong winds, but they are favourable winds, so with a bit of luck we should be able to move under sail and not under engine as we did yesterday. Let's see how it goes anyway. That's like everything else in sailing, what you plan is not what you get. I very rarely use Ray Marine for anything. Basically, I use it for the depth sounder, and I use it to see where I'm going on it, and that's it. And it's very good for that. But that's very basic. And the iPad, which has Navionics on it, this has Navionics installed. And the iPad, you just take it to where you want to go. You all know, if you use Navionics, you just take it to where you go, click on it, auto route, and it's done. This I've just set up. It's taken me about 15 minutes, and literally all this is doing is bringing me from the top here down here, and it's still building a route. I ask you, you know, I mean, I think the machine's faulty anyway, because we can't get anything on it. The other bad thing about this is this was recommended to me by, I won't say the company, but they switched me from Garmin to this. I was buying a Garmin and they persuaded me to buy this, and I'll tell you what, it's the biggest piece of junk. And it's a lot of money. It's like 1,200 quid it was. And but if you take these here overnight, you can't see these. There are no lights on these at all. So you got to shine the light on it. So you got to hold the light and navigate. It's like, what? Who in the right mind would do something like that? And Ray Marine have got a good reputation, and I'm sure if you pay a lot more or you get it free, then you'll praise it. But I'm sorry, not a machine I would recommend, I'm afraid. This is the Axiom, I say. Oh, it's no, there you are, look, route couldn't be generated. How bad is that? And that's a straight line from there to there, and it can't generate a route. I mean, that could be the software, Navionics software, you know, that's upgraded, and you pay 140, well, 130 something for that. And I've had endless problems on this. It's all right on the iPad, don't have the problem, but on this, it's awful. Just shows you, doesn't it? So we don't want to build a route now. And then we've got this. This is just heaven. It's a hat, a gill hat. I got this recently. Maggie bought it for my birthday, and it really is. It's just super warm. It covers my ears and it looks after me. And then the kettle, and I've showed you the kettle. Wow, what a buy that is. That is a 3 litre kettle. We fill that up, we have a bath, we go swimming in hot water, it's great. In fact, yeah, and we sometimes we use it for tea as well. Let's comment on the extension for the cockpit, which is
the radio extension.
Yeah, the radio.
Extremely handy in the fact you've got AIS on it as well.
Standardising with AIS, which is really good.
It's good.
Yeah.
The Alta helm's good, but we don't use it very much, but it is there.
We haven't used it.
We haven't used it on this trip, but I mean, we used it previously.
Yeah, but it doesn't work at the moment, so I don't know why.
Okay, it's rubbish then.
Yeah. No, it does work. It has worked.
I mean, the engine is good as well.
Oh yeah.
It's got a good engine on it. It's
But I'm
reliable.
talking about gadgets.
Gadgets.
You know me and my
And
gadgets.
I'm just talking about the essentials.
Yeah. The Gobius, that's been good so far.
That's working, isn't it?
That's been really helpful. That. What about you, Denny? What's your favourite gadgets?
It's not gadgets, I'm just impressed by the drop keel on this and the transom. I think they're smashing.
I'm not. That's
Yes,
about gadgets, man. Gadgets.
Still go.
2012. Just leaving Triada Bay. Thank you very much, Triada. We didn't see what we would have liked to have seen here, but we'll be back by the looks of it. And everyone's under sail. Yeah, hard work getting that anchor in. I think it's because it's on rope and it's so taut. By the time you get to the last couple of meters of the chain being on anchor, you can't pull it up as efficiently, and then you've got to put it around the opposite side of the winch, and by the time you let go to grab the chain, it rolls back again. So I think chain is the answer, unless somebody's got a better idea.
Yeah, it really was there.
We're just passing pots virtually everywhere, but they're so filthy and so black you can't see them, and certainly with the sunlight in your eyes you just can't see anything at all. Could you ever run short of a view like that? That is just a beautiful view, that. Amazing. You can't see much in that actually. And then now 25 to 3, we stopped at Pilot's Cove. We're going to get some dinner while Tony plays out there. Just going up to Carnarvon Bar, 5:30, a bit quicker than we wanted to really. Yeah, it's, I think we should be okay. But we need to slow down because we don't need to be at the Britannia Bridge until 7 o'clock. So we'll just take it easy now, we're slowing down. The tide will push us up anyway. Just past Carnarvon at 6 o'clock. So we're making good headway and we should be up there by 7 o'clock. With a bit of luck. time there, coming up behind us. It's got a lot of power on though, and it's wind against tide, so yeah, not particularly comfortable. Through the Swellies in sort of like less than 15-20 minutes really. Quite a fast tide. It's now 19:23 and we're just coming up to Bangor Pier, and we're going to go into Penryn. We're going to stay there now for the night. We'll probably pick up a mooring. Steve said he's allocated us a mooring there. Steve from Heswell, and we'll probably go in there and pick up a mooring. If not, we might pick up the wall. We'll see what it's like really. Trying to pick up this mooring ahead of us. The boat hook snapped. That's the second time I've had this boat hook, or a similar one has snapped. Yes, 1st of June, our final leg home now, just in Penryn, and we'll be leaving, looks like possibly 7 o'clock. We're floating. We'll give the engine a bit so we don't pull up any sand. And then we're away. Tony close on our heels. .902 now. The wind's still on the nose, and we're just coming through Puffin Sound. Boat's still getting thrown all over the place. The wind's still on the nose, and the tide's still against us. We'll turn soon, and then we'll have it for a little while. We have a problem with our heating. Oh, this has been a great journey. This got a problem with the heating, so the engine needs to be looked at. We've aborted going back to the D, and we're now heading to Conway. We'll probably get it looked at in Conway and see whether we can get it repaired in Conway. In fact, the mechanic there was great, to be honest with you. He was very helpful in Conway. So with a bit of luck we can get it done in Conway, and we'll leave it there till some time or other. To Conway Marina now. We've had a look at it. There's water coming through right the way through to the pump, right way to the manifold, but then obviously it's not going through the engine when it gets to the manifold. So the most we can do now is leave it now, and hopefully we get into Conway at some point. We could get into Conway early on, and then trouble is we're heading just off the wind and the tide's pushing us back, so we're actually very close to Puffin again, Puffin Island. We need to get right into the cove to get some respite from this. Rest now. I'll give Benny a break as well.
Yeah.
Yes, we just tacked all the way out because we were getting too close to the Cardinal Buoys. There are 4 Cardinal Buoys in the middle here, which is a bit awkward really, and it's very close to the sandbank on the other side, so that's not good either. So so we were heading towards them, so we tried to spin round and come back out, and now we're going back in. So we've lost 2 hours going in, and we're now 2 hours out, and we're going back 2 hours. But hopefully we've got enough wind. The tack we're on looks reasonable at the moment. We're pulling away from the Cardinal buoys, and we should be able to get to the sandbanks, and then just wait for the next tide really, once we get an incoming tide. But we're constantly fighting wind against wind and tide. It's constantly, you know, causing us problems, especially without any engine. It's a bit of a narrow, those 4 cargoes mark special investigation area, and we're heading straight for them. That's what we were heading for last time, but we thought we couldn't get around them because of the sandbank, but we've just been forced to go around them, and I was taking the risk of them on a beach.
Thank you very much.
Anchored off Penmamarm. We stopped at 3 o'clock, dropped the anchor, because we're just fighting the tide. It's a bit pointless really, we're just going around in circles. Very little sail, due to the wind and the tide against us. So now we're stationary, we're waiting for the tide to turn, and then we'll try and head in with the wind, with the tide. But whether we get around the crook or not, it's quite a difficult negotiation. But having said that, there's so much water around. Last time I came there was hardly any water, so we might be able to cut channels or cut corners or whatever. We can see what we can do anyway. You can only try. But so far on this journey we've had a diesel leak.
Water leak?
We've had a water leak, yeah, certainly a big water leak. We've had the unbreakable boat hook broken again. We've had the
coming down.
Yeah, Ray Marine, which is not working at all. It keeps on giving us all false information. The wind speed keeps on giving us false information. That's not true at all. We had the foresail coming down at the beginning. We suffered from that, and then back to the same problem with the mainsail. That, you know, it will come out and it will go in, but it's a real effort. It's not an easy job. Other than that, I think we're doing all right. Any other things? Yes. Unfortunately, we had to give in. We had to contact the Coast Guard and see what they suggested. So they're sending inland rescue out, and they're going to tow us back into Carnarvon, although
Conway.
into Conway, sorry. I am tired now. Yeah, tow us back into Conway, and hopefully everything will be all right. In the hands of the great.
Okay, Gareth, do you want to turn that engine on? I'll stay on the helm.
The small inshore lifeboat is towing us to the Shannon class out by the Fairway Buoy, who will take over and put us back into Conway. Yeah! We've got landed now a larger craft who can tow us in through the Conway. So they're coming out to get us now. And we're under tow under the small rib, but unfortunately it just doesn't have enough power. But yes, if anyone says we need the lifeguard, too right we do. You know, past 5 and the larger lifeboat is coming up. The small inshore one that arrived about 4:30. So that's not bad, is it? You know, 4:15, And then we got the larger lifeboats at 10 to 5. That's coming to pick us up. Show now, what time is it, people?
It's 17:41, so
On the tow, 17:41. Through all the good work of the RNLI, we managed to get into Conway Marina, where the next day we had a drink and settled in. The plan being that we get the mechanic at Conway to have a look at the engine, and then we return. Thanks for watching. Big thanks to the RNLI and for Paul and Tony to contribution from their photographs. See you in episode 3.